getting a deal for Alexander Isak over the line, not getting a deal for Mark Gay over the line, and Harvey Elliott leaving the club.
Yeah. So a lot of things happened on the last day, which is not always the situation, because last season we hardly did anything during the whole window. But the thing that pleases me most is, of course, is us getting the deal from Alex over the line. Richard's ownership, everyone involved worked so hard to get that deal done, and it's very good for the club, for our fans, for the players, for me, that all the work they've put in resulted in Alex signing for us.
How close were you to getting the deal for Mark Gay over the line, and therefore what chance is there that you will go back in for him? What chance do you feel there is that he will become a Liverpool player in the next 12 months?
I think it would be a bit ridiculous if I'm going to deny that we were close to signing him. That is so out in the open that would be ridiculous. These things happen in football. It happened to our players maybe in the past as well, that they thought they were so close on signing somewhere else, and then in the last moment things changed. And this can happen. And for me, we would have liked to sign him, of course, because we were in for him, and he was, like I've said many times, if we can feel we can strengthen the team with a chance in the market, we never hesitate to do so, and that's what we try to do. But we played 1 or 2 days before, we played Arsenal, where Ibu and Virgil played an outstanding game, and Joe came in 20 minutes before the end, Joe Gomez, and did outstanding as well. With us signing Giovanni Leoni, who had his first international call-up, and Ryan and Watto that can play there. So it's not like all of a sudden we don't have options in that position anymore. It's a pity, but not only for us, but also for the player, I think. But he's in a good place, playing at Palace, where he won the Charity Shield in the FA Cup with a very good manager as well. So let's see what the future brings for him and for us.
Just to push it out, would you be thinking January or next summer?
If I'm thinking anything, that what I think, I don't tell you, but the thing I think most about is Burnley at the moment, I can assure you.
With that in mind, how ready is Alexander Isak to play for you and make his debut against Burnley? Because obviously he got his first minutes playing for Sweden against Kosovo. But also got to ask you as well what you make of the criticism he's received over the way the ended at Newcastle, and what kind of impact that has had on him, if anything at all.
Now, first of all, I think the Swedish manager Jon Dahl Tomasson deserves a big compliment, because he gets one of the best, maybe the best striker in the world in, and needs to play 2 very important games for his country, but understands that if he would play him twice 90 minutes, then probably the player would have been injured for multiple weeks. And that's not always easy for a manager, that he takes care of the interest of a player, and so he deserves a big compliment for that. And we will treat Alex the same as they did, so don't expect him to be every single game 90 minutes on the pitch. That's definitely not going to happen in the upcoming weeks. He missed a proper pre-season. I think he missed 3 or 4 months of team sessions, and so now we have to build him up gradually, with us playing so many games, hardly any training time. So that's going to be a challenge. But we've signed him not only for the upcoming 2 weeks, we've signed him for I think for 6 years. So yeah, this is what we have to keep in mind, and what the fans have to keep in mind if they see that I take him off at a certain moment, or I only bring him in for a small amount of minutes. That's all for the long-term fitness of the player.
The one that's kind of dominated the summer throughout, Alexander Isak, It's over now. There will be relief probably from a Newcastle point of view, but also from a Liverpool point of view. Do we see him start? And does this mean it's their title to lose?
I don't think he'll start. I think Ekatike will start, and will come in the last 20 minutes. Slot has said he hasn't bought it for these 2 weeks, he's bought it for the next 6 years. Yeah. So I expect Liverpool to be solid. I expect them to be have that consistency of team selection, and he will have to fight his way into the Liverpool shirt.
Tim, what do you think?
I don't think he starts now. He's not ready, not played enough. He's played he's been away, played at Kosovo and Slovenia for Sweden. I mean, 20 minutes each time at the end of the game, so he's not physically ready to start. He's not needed to start either, is he? Liverpool, as much as they've not played that well, took maximum points, they're doing brilliantly. So I just think Liverpool will be too strong for Burnley. I think Burnley will struggle between now and the end of the season. They're in a relegation fight for me. But they don't need me telling them. They knew that before a ball was kicked. They're just going to have to fight very hard to try and stay in this great division. But when you're playing against the champions, I think it's always going to be difficult. But like I say, they're not going to lose, have they? So they go out there, no one expects them to win. So I wish them well, but they're going to need all the luck they can get.
We are going to talk a little bit more about Burnley, but first, Alexander Isak spoke about why he chose to sign for Liverpool and what he hopes to achieve at the club.
Oh, it's a mixed emotions, some relief, but a lot of pride, happiness, and just happy it's done, and I can get back to work, and looking forward to seeing the teammates and the fans, and just getting back out there. I want to create history. I want to win trophies, and that's ultimately the biggest motivation for me. And I feel like this is a perfect place for me to grow even further.
So let me repeat the second part of that question I asked before. Does this mean it's their title to lose now?
Yes,
that they have
does.
Ekitike and Isak?
Yes, it does. I mean, sometimes people say, would you rather have Arsenal's defensive base, best defence in the Premier League last season, or Liverpool's attack? I'd have Liverpool's attack because they can shoot their way out of any situation. They've got any configuration of that front six, and they can unlock any defence in the Premier League. You saw them do that against Arsenal last week. They can do it against defences that like to come out and for some reason believe they can play. Liverpool are a serious team with a serious chance of defending the title.
I think that the signing of Isak has swung the balance in favour, but I think also Arsenal are a different squad of players now. See, they can handle the injuries to likes of Saka. Madueke was outstanding for England in the last couple of games. I think he will come straight into that side. You've got Eze, who's ready to play in the Premier League, hasn't got to wait for him to settle to the environment. I think they're a more rounded, balanced squad.
So you'd take Arsenal's defence over Liverpool's attack?
No, I wouldn't. I just think Isak just swings the balance, but I just think Arsenal, it's now or never. It's now or never for Arsenal. I would not rule them out. Certainly they're going to be in it. If you finish above Arsenal, you win the league.
Well, Tim's already had his say on Burnley, so let's get your thoughts on them. They did fight against Manchester United. They did claw their way back and kind of will feel and probably be seething that they didn't get something from that game. Is there anything you've seen that suggests they'll be better prepared for this relegation fight Tim's already put them in?
Well, they're not going to be judged by what they do against Liverpool at all. It's going to be about what they do against the teams lower down. In and around United were concerned, I did see a willingness to fight, and I also saw their goal-scoring potential as well. They were very unfortunate in that game. They were denied, if I'm not mistaken, a goal by a poor offside decision.
Offside,
Yeah, it was.
So, and had that gone their way, it could have been a very different game indeed. I think they have a chance of staying up, but I don't think they're beating Liverpool.
Okay.
Obviously, the big, massive signing was Alexander Isak leaving Newcastle and joining Liverpool, the worst kept secret in football. Here he is on his first day training at Melwood, doing some good core stuff.
Will he start? I don't think he will, actually.
This is what I like, though. He just got his way.
I was going to say, he reminded me of like a stroppy teenager.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he got his
He
moves,
got his
so
way. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do.
It sets a bad precedent, is what I would say.
That's what I'm going to do. Listen, if you lot are mucking around, I'm just going to say, yo, I'm not doing it.
And then what happens, though? You just don't do it.
All that aside, the deal
What
is
a
now been
signing.
done. Is that a good signing for
What?
Liverpool?
Is that a
What
good
sort of
signing?
question is that?
Because I want to hear you
It's like
say...
asking if Messi's the best player in the world. Obviously, yes.
It's a great signing. It's a great signing.
It's the best side. You've got the,
Thank you. You
you've
could have
got the
just
most.
said that.
You've got the most complete striker in the Premier League.
And also, you
Most
had a
complete.
great signing already in...
Window.
Yeah, you got a great window. So it's
Come on,
like,
Burnley.
Come
Just
on,
set out the
Burnley,
two
man.
banks of four and just try and stop.
I mean, I don't know why...
Actually, Isak won't
why
play,
she
will
does
he?
it. But
He hasn't had a full-
Fantastic signing. I don't think he'll start this
No, I
weekend.
think he'll. But do you think? Sorry, one quick question before we have to move on. Do you think he will come off the bench? And if he does he replace Ekitike through the middle, or does Ekitike go out on the left and he replaces Gakpo?
I feel like
Don't know.
Gakpo is a replaceable one. Because Ekitike looks
But then do you think Ekitike will look as good off the left than he will through the middle?
Gakpo started the season
Unbelievable,
well.
arguably the best of all.
And I like this. I like competition.
Salah started the worst, but you're never going to drop Salah.
No, I think this is the perfect problem for Arne Slot.
Yeah.
You want 3, 4, 5 informed
You
strikers.
don't want Isak to throw his toys out the pram again when he doesn't start, though. That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
I'm joking. It's a brilliant signing. The
guys,
best
one
of
thing
window.
I appreciate the most is banter. That's my number one quality.
Is it?